Welcome to Leadership Unleashed with me, Daphne Walbridge. So leadership isn't just about strategy, right? It's about resonance. And it's about how we show up, how we make others feel, and how we inspire action, even in the smallest moments. So in today's episode, we're diving into 3 unconventional ways to inspire your team, starting right now. Hi everyone. So today I want to talk about ways we can inspire our team in the middle of winter, because I don't know about you, but we are well into January right now, and the energy level is so-so. It's cold here in Ontario, and I thought, maybe I should create a post on how leaders can engage their staff and find that spark again within their school communities. So I have some notes here, and I'm going to be sharing some information, some insights, and this comes from a book I read a long time ago called Primal Leadership, and it is by Daniel Goldman and Richard Boyatzis, and these are 2 professors. They're well known in the world of leadership, and they offer some strategies, and I've added some little twists to this to make it even more special for you. So there are 3 strategies I want to share with you to help reignite that energy within your community. And you pick and choose what's right for your community, right? You know your culture. Maybe not everything's going to land with your team, but there might be something in here that could be of service. So the first practice is what I call an energy audit. So basically, as a leader, you're the one responsible for the vibrational frequency of your school. If you are energetic, positive, you have a can-do attitude, you're alchemizing challenges into gold, your staff and your community, they're going to feel it, right? However, if you're coming in with low energy, and you're feeling defeated and you have a negative outlook, then obviously this is also going to be felt by your staff, right? People are going to feel that low energy, and they don't know, they won't be able to put their finger on it, but it's going to have an impact. So just be mindful of that. So the energy audit is really, again, about being aware of your energy and thinking, okay, what do I want to focus on with my team today? Maybe let's say you're starting a meeting, and what emotions do I want to bring forward? So for example, you might want to say, okay, right now I want to focus on gratitude. And I'm going to share this with my staff, and I'm going to say, for example, I'm really grateful for the work you've put in this semester. We're heading into exams. Let's say if you're in high school, we're heading into exams. I've seen how you've worked diligently to support students throughout the semester. I just want to call you out. Thank you so much. And I know the kids are ready for their exams, and I just wanted to offer a shout out. Now this can be super low key, but heartfelt and meaningful, or you can have a little bit more of a kumbaya feeling if you want. It depends on the culture of your school, right? Some people prefer to keep it kind of short and sweet, but always authentic and genuine. And some prefer to have a bit more of a touchy-feely type of approach. So it's really up to you, but the focus here is on highlighting a value, something of a positive nature that you want to outline, and you want to give an example of this, right? And for the next meeting, you might want to ask somebody from your staff to do an energy audit and say, okay, what value do you want to bring forward, and how are you going to offer an example to your colleagues? Okay, so you're the model first, and then you can ask someone else to do it. So it can become part of your culture. All right, so that's one strategy, the energy audit. The next strategy is the power of pausing. Now you're going to say, well, what does that have to do with, inspiring people? Well, if we look at feedback loops, if you have to give somebody feedback and you insert a pause, right? You're talking with somebody, you're having these conversations that aren't always comfortable, but you're pausing to fully appreciate the other person's perspective. We call this framing, or making sense of the other person's reality. Okay, reframing. So you're putting yourself in the other person's shoes. Perspective taking is another way of putting it. So when you're pausing and you're taking a breath, when you're offering these feedbacks, you're allowing the other person to feel seen and validated, right? You are allowing them that space to not be judgmental and to actually lean in and be curious. Why are they offering friction? Why are they frustrated? Do they maybe have something to contribute that you might be blind to right now? So when you're creating these spaces, people are going to feel inspired to want to contribute a little bit more, because they say, okay, they see that I'm offering some resistance, but yet they're creating space for me to share my thoughts and to be vulnerable. Okay, so don't underestimate the power of pausing and of just absorbing what's coming at you, and to not judge, and to put yourself in the other one's shoes and to try to reframe and work together. That is going to spark some energy. It's going to inspire people to act and to want to do a good job. So these are unconventional ways of creating that spark and that energy. All right, so this is what I want to share with you, because I'm trying to think outside the box for you guys to offer something that is fresh to reignite your leadership. So this is a really good one, pausing. And this can be in anything. When you're transitioning from meeting to meeting, take a breath, take a pause. Your calendar should have some white space in it as well, right? So this is really important. The other and the last strategy is to build the resonant ripple. In other words, connect the dots for people. So let's go back to the gratitude example I gave in the first strategy. Let's say you are highlighting something you're grateful for. Okay, so you've just finished your, the start of year welcome barbecue. Okay, everybody has them, and you want to highlight how great the staff was energy-wise, how positive they were, how welcoming the classrooms were, and how the parents felt really pampered that night. They felt like, wow, there's a real partnership here. I left here with some tools. I know how to support my child this year. And I just want to give you a shout out, because that act of being welcoming and well prepared signals that you care for each child, and parents are going to feel like their students or their children are in a safe and healthy learning environment. And I can't tell you how important that is. So you see what we've done here is the leader has connected the dots for people. Not only was, your classroom pretty and the hamburgers and the hot dogs were good. Yeah, that's nice. But because you went an extra step and you created a really welcoming environment, parents now feel even more at ease to connect with you. And that is going to help with the child's education process, and it's going to be just a great partnership. So when you're going a step further to really connect the dots, people are going to say, wow, yeah, I did contribute to that. And they're going to feel inspired and energized to keep sharing and contributing and being part of this community. So as a leader, you need to be aware of different ways you can engage your staff and your community to collaborate together and to keep moving forward. It is not this is like a marathon. Being in the world of education, and especially in leadership, is a marathon. So these little steps, these strategies can help you propel your leadership forward and gain some momentum when the energy tends to be a little bit lower. Okay, so my challenge to you today, I love leaving every post with some kind of leadership challenge. So I'm challenging you to pick one strategy and to try to implement it next week or this week, depending on when you're watching this video, with your community, with your staff, and to see what transpires afterwards. And you can tweak these strategies to suit your culture as well. So have fun with this, and I'd love to hear how this unfolds. You can tag me on Instagram. My handle is at first_year_principal, first year principal. And you can also find more resources on my website, daphnewallbridge.com. I can't wait to connect with you and see the magic that happens in your school. Take care and bye for now.